We are having challenging times in Ukraine, where I live. So I would like your insight on these events, if you could.
Well, in many ways, as we have said before, it represents a certain type of detoxification that is taking place. These types of energies, which are being expressed right now as some of the major themes in Ukraine, are energies that had been building for some time. And through the path of least resistance, these energies chose to express themselves in this way. So what is occurring here, in many ways, is designed to create over time the phenomenon that you would call resolution in relationship to the experience that you have of war. For understand, what occurs here and what is occurring here is something that in many ways resonates with different themes many countries around the world also go through. And because those themes are now playing out in Ukraine, there is an opportunity for those energies that many are dealing with in different ways to be resolved through this conflict in a way that will actually end up transforming war-based karma for many other countries, for many other nations. So what's occurring here, even though it might seem like a sort of isolated incident happening to just one country, it is actually a sort of karmic transformational process that is allowing for war-based energies that affect our entire planet to have an opportunity through this conflict to be transformed and to be resolved. That's one of the major things that's occurring here. That's one of the reasons as to why this is occurring.
Okay, but do you think that right now we have already hundreds of people died and thousands lost their homes and they have no food and they have no shelters? It's a disastrous situation, and it looks like Russian initial plans of this immediate invasion failed, so it looks like they might double on their cruelty of that. Do you think this will last some time more, or do you think this will be quite a quick resolution?
It will play out for some time. Now, what we mean by this is it will likely ebb and flow. There will be moments where it seems that the action really revs up and then it dies down a little bit. The idea is that it will likely continue to play out in different ways for this month and into the following one. However, you may likely find that as it moves into the end of this month and then into the following month, that the momentum of this becomes much weaker. It might appear to get louder in certain ways, but the idea is the energy behind this event is being burnt up. It's being spent. There's only so much energetic momentum behind this event. And right now, through your workings, the workings of others, and through the spiritual dimensions of all involved, that energy that is fueling the invasion is getting spent up. There's only so much behind that. Like we said, this event is the result of a tension or a pressure that had been building. And now that it's being released, there's only so much tension and pressure that can then be expressed externally. Does that make sense?
Sure. So does this mean that if other countries can also benefit from that, will this mean that with dying out of this momentum, the worldwide war is no longer, will not be allowed, will not be possible?
That is the direction you're moving into. Certain things will have to occur after this process to really ensure that type of outcome for your world, but that's where this momentum is leading. That's what we're able to detect. And the idea is that because all things contain their opposites, we understand many people, when they look at this momentum, will actually see it as a potential foreshadowing for more wars, for more conflicts. But that's just because individuals are observing it from a more on-the-ground perspective. From the bird's eye view perspective, we can see that the energies of war itself are being transformed by this conflict. And when those energies are spent up, there will be less of those energies available for other versions of war-based manifestations to then occur.